reminiscing of my student days. Before I moved to Baltimore, I was in upstate New York. And the next dish I'm going to make is something that was born in upstate New York, Buffalo, New York, and it's called buffalo wings. I think buffalo wings are an original American dish. It can be hamburgers, it can be hot dogs, but they all have a connection to some other country. But buffalo wings, no. I think it's really, really, really American, and it's really popular in upstate New York. And you get modern versions of it in the cities, but it's not as good as what you find in rural New York State. I've got 6 wings out here. You can cut chicken wings without hammering them and damaging your knives. Just find where the bones join, and you can just cut it. You could even use a butter knife. I'm not using the very ends of the wings, I'm just using the winglet and the flat wing part. In America, you would fry the wings and you would buy a commercially available sauce. I couldn't find that sauce anywhere, so that's why one day I got a craving so bad that I thought I'm going to make this from scratch. Wings are cut, and we need to get 2 pans, one to make the hot sauce and the other one to fry the chickens in. The 2 vital ingredients for hot sauce: vinegar and chili powder. Vinegar for a dozen wings, maybe 3/4 of a cup. And I'm going to let it heat slowly. Salt, a tablespoon, and chili. Did you know that Sri Lanka did not have chilies until 500 years ago? Until Christopher Columbus discovered South America, we did not have any chilies. And everyone thinks that this is something uniquely South Asian. It's not. I'm going to give it a stir. Okay, when you're cooking this, the vinegar is going to like float up to your nose. So make sure you're standing a bit away because it can hit your sinuses really bad. While that's slowly warming up, I'm going to grab some oil and get ready to fry. I'm not using a dome-shaped frying pan, oil pan, tart here, because when you have a flat surface, you're going to get a more even temperature of the oil throughout the whole surface. To this, I'm going to add a little bit of butter. I'm going to make it a bit creamy and thicker, and you're going to reduce the powderiness of the chili powder we have in there. Okay, sauce is done. Let's fry the chicken. Make sure that you put all the chicken inside once, because you want to get an even fry on all. This is going to take a good 8-9 minutes to fry, so be patient. And we want it to be a nice dark golden brown, and we need to add the sauce when it's really hot. So keep everything on standby, and I need a bowl with a lid to mix the sauce. I'm going to get that ready. I need 2 bowls. You don't have to use chopsticks for this. I mean, I use it because it's easy for me, and I can take them out easily. I'm taking the smaller ones out first, so that big ones get a few extra seconds of frying time in there. Just to absorb the extra oil that's around, and the fun begins. In there, and we take the sauce, we pour it on top. I guess cooking is a form of exercise also. Vinegar smell. Beautifully coated chicken wings. And plate this one by one. This dish is really, really vinegary. I mean, the steam that comes out is like so strong, and it's very powerful. Now, to eat this, in America you would use blue cheese dressing, and I can't find any here, so I'm going to use mayonnaise. The mayonnaise and the vinegar neutralizes each other. Mayonnaise is cold, this is piping hot, and in your mouth it's like an explosion of flavors. This is really easy to make, but as long as you prep the stuff early. So try it at home. It's a wonderful dish. this dish to me is something that I created. It's something original. I'm mixing Italian olive oil and Japanese soy sauce. These two make a beautiful combination, and it's not very common at all. And I think I'm the first to use it. Maybe I'm wrong, but still in Colombo, I've done many dishes out of this. Last week I made a sole with the same mixture, so we're going to do chicken this time. The reason I don't use chicken breast is because for me it's one of the most boring parts of chicken. Leg meat is dark meat. The flavors are stronger because the meat is right around the bone, and closer the meat is to the bone, more flavorful it is. So I'm just trimming off excess bits of fat that I don't need. Cut it into two, and I'm going to make a mixture of olive oil and soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce and about 4 tablespoons of olive oil. And you need to taste this. Perfect. I'm going to let it sit there. I'm going to grab my trusty pepper shaker and a few twists. That's enough. And all we need is a frying pan. Now this chicken is it's a trick also, because I'm going to feed children green leaves with this one. So I have some iceberg lettuce already cut, and it's in the fridge. And after grilling this one, I'm just going to cut into small pieces and wrap it in lettuce. It becomes a bit fun. The smaller you cut the chicken, the more greens they'll eventually eat. It's a small trick that I had on my daughter when she was a kid, and she still loves this dish. Okay, let's get cooking. Look at that color. It's already brown with a little bit of soy sauce in it. Italian cooking and Japanese cooking is very, very similar. It's simple ingredients, simple cooking styles, and they make some beautiful food, and its cuisine is so famous like Japanese food. Just going to cover it for a few minutes so that the moisture doesn't escape, and whatever moisture that's in there is going to actually increase the temperature inside this chamber. Today I got my biggest fan, my biggest critic of my food joining here, my daughter Shania. And she's been shredding some lettuce. Ooh. Look at this chicken, it's so juicy and succulent and looking really nice. One more big secret about chicken. When you're cooking chicken, try to buy unfrozen chicken. Freezing of chicken or anything, vegetables, fish, lobsters, crabs, ruins it. You ready here? All right. I'm just going to cut slivers of chicken. I'm just going to keep that, cut it into smaller pieces and plate it over here. And I've left some lettuce on this plate because I want children to grab a lettuce, put a piece of chicken in there and eat it. The other one, maybe it could be like a picnic snack and stuff like that. I got a tortilla here, and Shania was shredding the lettuce over here. You can shred it really thin so you can pack it in with a lot more lettuce. And then maybe slightly bigger pieces over here. Adults, maybe a dash of vinegar, a twist of pepper, mustard, maybe. Kids, I think you can just manage with this. And I'm going to simply roll it like a sushi roll. Cut it into two. And you got yourself a beautiful, healthy wrap. If you don't have a tortilla crepe, you could use bread and make, you're eating? Yeah. Okay. You can use bread and you can make a really, really nice sandwich, a simple one. We wrap up this show with these dishes that we made. But before I go, I don't know if you watched it last week, there was a silicone steamer I used for the grouper. We got so many emails and phone calls and text messages, and I thought I should give it away. So you could SMS us or email us, and you can win this silicone steamer. I can't remember where I picked this up, but from our show. So hope you contact us. Thank you and see you next week.